The following wrestling simulation requires discretionary viewer participation. Welcome to another action-packed edition of Championship Wrestling. These matches are sanctioned and supervised by the Steam Workshop Alliance, courtesy of Fire Pro Wrestling World and the Carlzilla Mod Pack. I am Benoit, and we're kicking things off here with tag team action as the team of Jay and Jimmy Uso are taking on the Goon, who is currently in the ring, and has a new partner, Gory Howe Jr. They go by the name Power Play. We saw Jay Uso back in the Battle Royal on Valentine's Day. Former World Heavyweight Champion in the WWE. He has brought in his brother, Jimmy, whom they are, I believe, 9-time WWE Tag Team Champions. Looks like he's about to tag out to his brother, Jimmy. Then we got Gory Howe Jr. there, second-generation wrestler, son of Gory Howe. Ooh, tries to go for a Frankensteiner, but instead gets power-bombed. Tries to go for it again, but you know what? It didn't work the first time. I don't know what made him think it would happen the second time. Up. Nice, almost a guillotine choke and a hammerlock maneuver. You know, that's what the inexperience is going to do to you, though. It's going to cause you to try things that you're not going to be able to pull off right away. Tags back into the veteran Goon. Looks like Jimmy's about to tag back out to his brother Jay. Oh, there's a fork in the ring now. Looks like Gory Howe is not above playing dirty, just like the Goon. Was excommunicated from numerous hockey leagues because he cared more about the brawl than the actual game of hockey itself. And it looks like Fire Pro Wrestling is the perfect place for him. That's not legal. Looks like Jimmy's about to get tagged back in. Super kick there by the Uso. Leg is hooked. Oh, almost gets to 3. You know the Goon does not have a glass jaw. Oh. The Goon going to try to do something now while the referee is looking. Oh, my God. Jay Uso just rolled right back onto that fork, in which got to think it pierced his back. Not quite sure what Gory Howe Jr. was going for there, but nice arm drag, and once again, the Uso was sent to the outside. But he gets back in the ring quickly. We have a claw in the ring now. That's not legal. Bulldog. Jimmy's taking those hands. You got to think of you got to know those are those gloves loaded, referee? Oh, just rabbit punches to the back of the head. Goon fighting dirty. Tag back out to Jay. Oh! We got a dragon sleeper. Gory's going for the submission there. One has to think it would be an upset if Power Play here gets a victory over the Usos. Oh, knees to the kidney. I see a lot of potential in this young man. He's really taking it to Jay. Tag back out to Jimmy. And the Goon's coming back in. Ooh, Jimmy just falls right back on that fork. That fork has gotten a lot of action, and I don't see any food in the ring. A straight left punch. But Jimmy comes back with a DDT. Tries to go for a spinning back kick there, but nope. Snapmere's the now legal Gory back in the ring. Drop kick. There's a Frankensteiner. But Gory goes down with a DDT again. Also on tonight's card. Oh! Once again, an Uso just falls on a blade. Jay's looking for a tag and gets it. Oh, another Goon falls on it. Oh! Nice right hand to the back of the head there. Cover on the fork. Goon kicks out at 2. Gory charges in. Nice knee right to the face. Both men land on that fork, though. Gory's going up top for a frog splash. Near fall. Jimmy's coming back in. Super kick, leg hooked. 1, 2. Not enough. Oh, it looks like the Goon's already bloody over his left eye there. Blood's not enough to get in his way. He's used to the taste of his own blood. Another charge in by the Goon. Doesn't seem to want to go for a cover. I do think that's a mistake. Yep, Jimmy's about to tag back out to Jay. What a hot tag match to kick off this week's episode of Championship Wrestling. We have another tag match on the card, too. Matter of fact, it's going to be a 6-woman tag match as the beautiful people are going to be in action tonight. Also, we're going to get an ECW rematch. A 1995 ECW rematch. Lateral press. Jimmy did not want to try to make the save. He was right in thinking that. Both men collide and are down in the corner of the ring. Who's going to get up first? Oh, they got up at the same time. All right. Nice kick. Up. Looks like Jay's going up top for the big splash. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. The Usos get the victory over the debuting power play in the opening contest here on Championship Wrestling. And now for some singles action. We have another man we haven't seen since the big Valentine's Day Battle Royal. That being Bret the Hitman Hart here as he takes on Barry Horowitz in this one-fall contest. Now, Bret Hart, despite having not seen him for a month, we've definitely been hearing about him. He has been quite vocal about what happened back in that Battle Royal. According to him, it was very reminiscent of 1997. If you recall, in the 1997 WWF Royal Rumble, Stone Cold Steve Austin was technically eliminated, but due to the refs not seeing that elimination, Austin was able to sneak back in the ring and eliminate the Hitman. The same thing happened when Batista eliminated him. He says Batista should have never been allowed back in the ring, but the refs weren't paying attention. And Bret says he could have won that Battle Royal had that not happened. And guess who won? The same man who won the 1997 Royal Rumble. Stone Cold Steve Austin. So now Bret the Hitman Hart is issued. Up sharpshooter. No, thought he might be going for the sharpshooter again there. So now Bret Hart has issued a challenge to Batista. The man who says should have never been able to eliminate him back on Valentine's Day. But first, he has to go over Barry Horowitz, a man who, despite having a significantly bad win-loss record, is actually taking it to the Hitman right now. Now, Barry Horowitz is very technically sound, though his biggest claim to fame was getting a pinfall victory over Skip at the Body Donnas. Lateral press. 2, 3. No, that was back in 1995. Nice Northern Light style suplex there. Almost gets a 3. It'd be a massive upset if he were to get a victory here over Bret Hart. Nice forearm uppercut there. Up. Bret Hart with a jumping pile driver. Gonna go for a second one. I think he wants to send a lesson to Batista via Barry Horowitz.
2, 3.
And that lesson is don't cross the Hitman. Maybe we're going to hear from Batista in the future, because I'm curious myself as to what he has to say about all this. Next, we have Hiroshi Hase taking on a much larger Rick Fuller. We last saw Hiroshi a couple weeks ago, near the end of February. Hiroshi's giving up a bit of size here. Snapmare takeover. Control the man's neck. You're going to control the rest of the man's body. We got a big swing. Ooh, I'm dizzy just watching that. Charges in for a shoulder tackle, but is not able to drop the big man, so instead he grabs a hold of his waist and backdrops him over. Fuller with a whip. That's a shoulder tackle that works. Big clothesline. Reversal. Oh, and a neck breaker drop. Bit of a lariat there where he falls, using the momentum of his fallen body to help drag a man down by his throat. Full arm drag, a little shoulder to shoulder action. Some stiff headbutts. Headbutts are dangerous. Nice forearm shiver there. Fuller decides to go for a pot. No! Canadian style over the shoulder backbreaker, a la Bruno Sammartino. Fuller going for a submission victory. Nice Northern Light suplex, which is enough to get the victory over Rick Fuller. Hiroshi Hase wins again here in Fire Pro.
Fight.
And now for some 6-woman tag team action. We got the beautiful people, all 3 of them. Velvet Sky starting things off. Angelina Love and Trish Stratus going against the new combination of Mickie James, Sumie Sakai, and Allison Danger. Now, whereas Trish Stratus was a WWE mainstay, and of course Angelina and Velvet Sky come from TNA. All these 3 women they're up against were actually some of the first women to compete in the Ring of Honor promotion back in 2002. Although Mickie James would, by the name Alexis Lurie, back at the time. Mickie James is actually her real name and what she was known as when she joined the WWE years later in, I believe, 2005. Nice Thesz press there. Up, Mickie. I thought Mickie might take out, and she does, to Allison Danger. We got Trish Stratus in the ring now. Allison Danger, more known as, working the independents. Never really had a chance to work for the major wrestling promotions in the U.S., but a decorated veteran nonetheless. Nice backdrop. The beautiful people on a bit of a losing streak, actually, as Angelina Love lost to Gail Kim. Back on the, New Age Expulsion, there you go. Or New School Explosion, or I don't remember what the name of that move is called. Anyway, Angelina Love lost to Gail Kim back at the Spring Equinox, which means that Gail Kim has gotten a pinfall victory over all three beautiful people. And I'm sure they're going to want to get some momentum here by defeating the three ladies they're up against tonight. But things are not looking good right now as Angelina is isolated on the opposite side of the ring there, right outside. Remember, we only have a 10 count here. Angelina's going to need to get back in the ring. Death Valley Driver. This match is broken down real early, guys. You know, there's a 30-minute time limit on this, too, but I don't know if it's going to go that far. We got Sumie Sakai in a strike exchange with Angelina Love, who comes out of it with a spinning heel kick. Oh, but Sumie, Japanese veteran herself, recently retired. Goes for the pinfall. Swinging neck breaker. Velvet Sky comes back in. Velvet started off this match. Up. Her version of the pedigree. 1, 2. Oh, and yes, the beautiful people get the quick victory here over the team of Sumie Sakai, Mickie James, and Allison Danger. Up next, we have the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, taking on SD Special Delivery Jones. DiBiase was part of that Gold Rush tournament. However, he lost in the first round. Or rather, I take that back. He didn't lose in the first round. He lost in the quarterfinal to, what am I saying? It just happened the other week. He lost to Walter 6 days ago in the quarterfinal. But despite that loss, Ted DiBiase says his real goal, his real reason for joining Fire Pro Wrestling was because he wanted to reform the $1 Million Corporation. And he has his eyes set on The Undertaker. Not as somebody with whom he could get to join the corporation, but somebody whom he wants to defeat as, lateral press. As if you recall, it was back at Survivor Series 1990 where Ted DiBiase hired The Undertaker to be on his Survivor Series team. That was the actual debut of The Undertaker. And now, with The Undertaker in the middle of a WrestleMania streak rematch, you know who's next on the list? King Kong Bundy. And under whom's employ was King Kong Bundy? Lateral press. When he took on The Undertaker in WrestleMania, was under the employ of Ted DiBiase's $1 Million Corporation. So Ted DiBiase is going to be bringing back King Kong Bundy, and King Kong Bundy is going to be next on The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak rematch tour. But right now, he's about to be pile-driven by Special Delivery Jones, a veteran of the World Wrestling Federation back in the 70s and early to mid-80s. Speaking of WrestleMania, it was actually King Kong Bundy who defeated SD Jones in record time at the very first WrestleMania. Now, you see how all these winding things are coming together? Ooh. But what if SD gets a victory over DiBiase? Not only would that be a feather in Jones's cap, but that would be a major embarrassment to the $1 Million Man. And he doesn't want that to happen. Yeah, get your buddy to stop by. Matter of fact, get your buddy to check out the YouTube channel. He can watch these full episodes I've put up. Matter of fact, I'm back on Valentine's Day. We had a big battle royal, and that is live on my YouTube channel. And I'm not going to tell you who won that battle royal, despite the fact that this is a March episode of Championship Wrestling. No, fuck it, I'll tell you. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Stone Cold Steve Austin is actually going to be taking on Kurt Angle on Easter Sunday to determine the inaugural SWA Heavyweight Champion. Cover. Too close to the ropes, though, and DiBiase is able to reach them and get the break. Oh, thought he might be going for that $1 million dream, but not quite yet. He doesn't want to seal the victory this early. Oh, SD Jones, he's a very strong man. He is going to wrench. Oh, working that head. Pile driver? Indeed. Oh, he's going up top. This is something we don't usually see from Special Delivery Jones. Double axe handle. I'm starting to think Ted DiBiase might be a bit rusty. Not so much ring rust, though, that he got beaten. At least not yet. But SD Jones has all the momentum, and at any moment, he might be able to get the victory here. And one has to think that'd be an upset. I'm also thinking about starting using the Fire promoter here in Fire Pro Wrestling World. Not just booking my own, but actually using the built-in booking simulator. Be a new series. Double underhook. Trying to hyperextend those elbows. Or more like a double overhook, actually. Ted DiBiase hasn't really been able to get a lot of offense in this match. I'm a bit surprised. Leg is hooked. That would have been a bit of an anticlimactic finish. Oh, SD just slides out of that suplex. Goes for a Boston Crab again. He's really trying to get the submission victory tonight. Back to that side headlock. Been a really long time since anybody won a wrestling match with a side headlock. Leg is hooked. 2, no. Once again, that side headlock. And the cover. 1, 2, nope. This match has been going on for quite a while. And it only has a 20-minute time limit. Oh, Bulldog. I think SD tried one too many moves. Backbreaker. Followed by, backdrop. He's softening up SD. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, wow. Ted DiBiase wins and did not even need to use that $1 million dream to do it. Can't wait to see King Kong Bundy when he debuts here in FPW.
Everybody's got a prize.
And now it's time for some Lucha Libre action here in Fire Pro Wrestling. As these two men here, Psicosis, who currently has Rey Mysterio Jr. in a side headlock, have feuded for a very long time. Ever since they were children, actually. Matter of fact, these guys actually had a feud that dates back as far, actually even farther than 1994, where they competed on opposite ends of a trios match when worlds collide, a AAA pay-per-view that actually helped launch intrigue of Lucha Libre in America. Oh, we got a sharpshooter there. One we saw earlier from Bret Hart. Although they would refer to that as a Scorpion Deathlock in Mexico. It was a Japanese submission move. Oh, just charges in the corner. Followed by the big guillotine leg drop. And he goes for the cover. 1, 2, no. Now, When Worlds Collide, I believe, is a somewhat regular event now in the AAA promotion that is owned by WWE. But they had they were on the opposite ends of a trios match back in 1994. And then in 1995, they actually both got brought into ECW, where they continued their feud And now tonight on Championship Wrestling, they're going one-on-one again. Beautiful springboard Hunan Karana. It is all Psicosis in the early portion of the match. Mysterio, though, flips out of it, comes back with a fireman's carry. Goes for a drop kick, but Psicosis misses. La Magistral gets a near fall. This, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with the action. This is very fast-paced, folks. Oh, split-legged moonsault. Cover just gets a 2. There's Hunan Karana there. Sends Psicosis into the corner, but Mysterio knows he's not going to be able to get a cover there. DDT. Oh, but Psicosis is up and goes for the pinfall first. You wouldn't have thought that would happen, but hey, you know, Mysterio's given up a lot of size to Psicosis. Nice roll up. 1, 2, 3. No. Kick out at 2. Psicosis comes back with a vertical suplex. Might be going for that guillotine leg drop a second time, and he does. Mysterio's legs are under the rope, so I don't think the referee's going to make the count. Oh, he is. I'm surprised. Waist lock. Nope. Psicosis elbows out. Tries for a drop kick, but Mysterio is too evasive. Nice bulldog. Psicosis once again the first to his feet after taking a move. Taunting the younger Rey Mysterio Jr. Leg is hooked, but Mysterio gets his shoulder up before the referee can even make it. Tombstone! That's got to be all, folks. No, Psicosis wants to dish out more punishment. Step up Enziguri. Followed by a second one. Nice head scissors takeover. Up. Oh, what a diving guillotine leg drop of his own. Mysterio sent to the opposite corner. Mysterio fights back. Oh, he's calling for something, but no. Psicosis cuts him off before he can even make the attempt. What a drop kick. Fates Buster. Might call that the X Factor. Oh, nice. Float over DDT. I think Mysterio might be setting him up for what, a superplex? Oh, nope. Reversed. Moonsault. 1, 2, 3. No! Oh, my goodness. What does Psicosis have to do? I can tell he's getting frustrated. Both men collide near the center of the ring. Frankensteiner just plants him on his head, spinning toe hold afterwards, and the cover. Well, referee didn't even try to make the count. What was that about, ref? Waist lock, double leg takedown. Mysterio's just toying with him. Goes for a cross body, but Psicosis ducks underneath. Bulldog headlock. Spinning heel kick connects right on the jaw of Psicosis. Psicosis back up. Sit down gourd buster. 1, 2, 3. No! Tombstone yet again. That's got to be all, folk. Leg is hooked. 2, 3. Yes, Psicosis gets the victory over his longtime rival, Rey Mysterio Jr. And that is all for this edition of Championship Wrestling. I am Benoit signing off. Remember, guys, keep on simming. We'll see you next week.